trying to find the craziest planets in our galaxy, part 1. So y'all know Mercury is the closest planet to our sun, right? Well, I hope you do. This planet here cranks up the Merc in Mercury to a whole new level. HD 209458b, or Osiris, named after the Egyptian god of death, is a gas giant twice the size of Earth and 90% closer to its sun than Mercury. This planet is only 6.5 million kilometers away from its sun, which is actually super close, and it's just getting absolutely murked 24/7. Barely even a planet, just a scorching hot sphere. Wouldn't that technically make it a small sun? Average daily temperature of over 2000 degrees Celsius, and it's literally getting evaporated before our very eyes, leaving behind a trail of gas as it orbits. Ain't no way anyone's lasted on this. I'm gonna pass this on to someone else. Part 2. Alright, if you're trying to get rich, this might be the one for you. 55 Cancri E is only about 40 light years away and is comprised mostly of carbon. But thanks to the intense heat and pressure of its parent star, the outer core of this planet got compressed into a massive unpolished diamond. Yes sir, under this planet's surface is the biggest diamond deposit in our entire galaxy. At its size, it's estimated to be worth $26.9 million, which is this much. But not so fast, I hear what you're saying. Bringing back even a fraction of this planet's diamonds back to Earth would crash our diamond market and render them worthless. But just imagine what it's like living on a planet where everything is made of diamonds and the rarest material is like grass and dirt or something. Part 3. So this one's a little different. It has an orbit that makes it very special. While most planets have a more or less circular orbit around the sun, 16 Cygnus b got this elongated ass orbit that gets really close to the sun and then slingshots out to the edge of the universe like a yo-yo. Okay, well, not literally, but it would be the equivalent of Earth getting almost as close to our sun as Mercury and then blasting all the way out to Jupiter in its orbit every year. Now what I'm saying is, imagine what life would be like on this planet. When this thing slingshots out, it would result in the coldest winter imaginable for a whole 17 months. Yo, can you imagine almost 2 Earth years of snow? And then as we come back to the sun, we'd have a blistering hot 2-month summer of temperatures up to 800 degrees Celsius. Summer would be like a global event in which the entire world is told to stay inside in like underground bunkers or something. And then I guess winter would actually be the same thing, with only a brief period of time twice a year in which the weather is perfect, during which it hits the habitable zone over here. Hey, somebody needs to write a movie on this. Part 4. I want you to imagine a planet that just went off the rails and has no sun to orbit. These are rogue planets, hundreds of billions of which are floating aimlessly through our galaxy. Orphaned worlds that were booted out of their solar system during the chaos of star formation. Also called planemos, these rogue agents are just forever drifting through space with no destination. Cold, dark, lonely, and quiet. Just like that emo kid during lunch. These planets are stuck in an eternal winter night. If life did exist here, it would have to be deep within the surface, where it's warmer due to the planet's molten core. And they'd probably evolve with like night or thermal vision, since they're always in darkness. This one's not for me, but maybe you know someone that'd like to live in a place like this. Part 5. Alright, so we got a real hellhole here with this burning hot gas giant that's a class of planet known as hot Jupiters. With temperatures of up to 2200 degrees Celsius, way too hot for liquid water to form on WASP 76b. Instead, its atmosphere is made of iron vapor, which much like water vapor clouds form on Earth to make rain, these iron clouds can also turn into a liquid. And you better have some next level triple alloy titanium reinforced umbrella with you, because when that happens, it would rain molten hot iron, creating one of the most terrifying lava storms falling out of the sky. Just imagine the weather network telling you partly cloudy with a chance of hellfire. It's also tidally locked to its sun, meaning one side of this planet is always day and the other side is always night. Yeah, that's brutal. I'm off this one. I ain't trying to deal with all that. Part 6. Okay, hear me out. Picture a planet with perfect weather everywhere all year round. The sun is shining, the sky is blue with maybe a few clouds overhead 24/7, or whatever their 24/7 is. Except the entire planet is one giant ocean, and it's also 70% bigger than Earth. That's TOI 1452b, a water world in the Goldilocks zone around its home star, meaning it's the perfect distance from its sun where water could be a liquid. One of the most likely exoplanets we found in our galaxy so far to have life, but it would get boring real quick if you didn't know how to swim or breathe underwater, like being stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean for life. If intelligent life did form somewhere on this planet, it would have to be sea-based, and also pretty bulky to withstand the planet's stronger gravity due to its bigger size. So yeah, if anyone lives here, they're likely some swole-ass mermaids like King Neptune himself. Part 7. Alright, so a tidally locked planet means that one side is always facing the sun and the other side is always facing away. Forever day on one side and night on the other, just like our moon. That's exactly what Gliese 581c is, and it sits just within the outskirts of the habitable zone of its home star, the Goldilocks zone, and has been classified as a potential super-Earth due to its Earth-like composition. So while the side that's always facing the sun may be too hot to survive, and the other side too cold, there exists a strip of land in between these two sides where the weather is perfect. And it's in a state of perpetual twilight, a sunrise or sunset that lasts forever. If we lived on this planet, our entire civilization would exist on this strip all around the world. And our vacation destinations would likely be closer to the sun side, where it would be broad daylight at all times, and our nightlife closer to the dark side, where the party don't stop. But for the majority of society, the sky would look like the sun is always rising, but never actually does. Not bad. This might be the best one yet. chat. Part 8. This is Vanta Black. The blackest black you could ever imagine. A material made using carbon nanotubes that reflects virtually no light, causing it to look like someone literally just deleted a piece of reality. And that's pretty much what Planet WASP 104b looks like, absorbing 99% of light that reaches it. Looking like a secret planet world we haven't unlocked yet. So how did scientists even find this thing if space is dark too? They used a technique called the transit method, in which the planet passes by in front of its star and causes the light emitted by the star to dim. And that slight dim they could use to find out the size, speed, and composition of the planet. WASP 104b is also straight booking it around its sun, completing a full orbit once every 1.67 days, meaning a 20-year-old human on this planet would be over 4,000 years old. Multiply your age by 207 to find out how old you would be on this dark-ass world.